Good afternoon everyone, welcome to another shed session. Today we're in the lovely place of Meander. We're talking to Bailey Mason about the upcoming season and what he's done in his career and where he's grown up. So hope you can kick back for a half hour or so and have a bit of a watch. So Bailey, welcome to the show.
Welcome, Jamie.
Been busy, mate?
Yeah, sort of.
Big off season?
Yeah.
I'll move that over there a bit so we can hear you a bit better. You're not a loud talker.
No,
so
not really.
It makes it hard, quiet. But anyway, we'll work with it. So where'd you grow up, mate?
Grew up in a couple of different places. Mainly the Deloraine area when I was younger, and resided to Longford the last, I'd say 10 years of my life.
Yep.
And then moved in with my partner Bianca.
Yep.
Out at Sulphur Creek, and been there a little while now. So
Sulphur Creek. It's not a bad little place actually.
It's pretty quiet. It's a lovely spot out there. Pretty quiet, and you don't really have any neighbours, and
especially now they've bypassed it all with the highway.
Yeah.
It's a lot quieter than what it used to be.
Yeah.
But so been doing a lot in the off season.
Oh yeah, been pretty quiet.
The
but
car sitting behind us here, she's still a bit bare.
Yeah, it's sort of just taking our time to make sure everything's right.
Yep.
Like everyone really got to take a good month to make sure everything's right. Like you can make a car together in a night, but it takes a long time for everything to come together properly.
Do it right first time.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than getting to the track and having a $2 part upset the whole night of racing.
No, that's right. We've had that incident that happened at Carrick, and coil wire come off, something we didn't check, and put the deeper in the night, but I'll bounce back from it.
Yeah, well that's it. You had a good season last year too.
Yeah, started to come on. Had a rough sort of start, you'd say, and a few holidays and that, but we come back and just give it a red hot crack like we do every night, and just results started coming our way. Tried different things with the car, and had a lot of advice during the season and tried that stuff, and it paid off. So
So same car as last year.
Yeah, exactly the same car. Just got it re-powder coated, new panels, a couple of new bolt-on components, and that's it.
Yep, cool lads. So, what division did you start Speedway in, mate?
I started in Speedway karts. I can't remember how long ago, but I raced them for 4 seasons. We brought Maggie McKendrick's old dirt kart to start with, and then advanced to, we brought Cody Dransfield's BRK Limit, and then that's where that sort of kicked off. And then got an opportunity to drive Michael Norris's Formula 500. He approached me, I think we had a season off the card, and he came and approached me and asked if I'd like to drive his car. And I did, and we worked on that for a long time, and that's where I started racing 500s.
And loved it ever since.
Yeah, I loved it. Just loved the sport.
Yeah, awesome. So what made you want to get into motorsport to begin with?
Well, Pop's raced a long time, and I've always gone as a kid, and I'd loved it, and my dream was to get into a sprint car, and like back then it's probably a bit cheaper, but nowadays it's probably the same price. It's a bit expensive, but Formula 500s were just sort of the next step into it, and I've just started kicking goals ever since. No,
you've done really well. I've watched you. I didn't really see a lot of your kart days because I'm not really a kart person. I don't see a lot of karts because I'm always in the pits setting up and that. But I've seen most of your career in Formula 500s, and you've got a future out of you, that's for sure. There's no doubt about that. So, how many years have you been racing for now?
I'd probably say 5 years.
5 years?
5, 6 years.
That's not bad, 5 years, and one of the front runners in Formula 500 racing in Tasmania. There's not many up there that are sort of with you, sort of thing.
Not really.
There's a lot of them that are a couple of car lengths behind you, but it's sort of only Dylan Beveridge and probably a couple of others that are sort of on your pace that you're getting at the moment. So credit to you, mate. Credit to you. So what brand of car do you race?
Edge chassis. They currently don't make them anymore. But it's 2015 Edge, and it's probably the best car. Like, I haven't raced anything else really, but I just love the way the car works. You can do anything with them, and you've got to drive it exactly the same as the other ones. It just seems to work a lot better than any other car out there.
Yeah, cool. And motor? What?
2014 GSXR 600.
Yep. Good motor.
Fuel injected, yeah.
Seems to be reliable for you.
Oh, it's awesome, mate.
Yeah.
Never, I wouldn't go to any other brand.
And who builds your motors for you?
Kingo, but not this year.
Yep.
We're just sort of having a year off of building it.
Yep.
Doesn't really need a rebuild, but...
He's a good engine builder though, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's been doing a lot of them in Tasmania over the last few years, and he's really good at what he does. So, Yep. What division would you like to race if you weren't racing Formula 500s?
I'd love to race a sprint car.
Yep.
Something about them.
Yeah, they're crazy machines, aren't they?
Like they're just a beast of a car, and I'd love to jump in one. I've talked to a few people that have stepped from either like a junior stand like Lockie Robbins, and he reckons it's nothing you've ever driven before.
Yeah.
He said, and I was talked to James Emicasanti, and he said it's like a scene out of Star Wars. You put the foot down and everything just goes into warp mode.
Just warp mode. Yeah, right. Any plans for the future, maybe?
I don't know. I'd like to drive one. I'd just even on a test day or something, but I don't reckon I'd stay in the 500.
Because it's in the blood, sprint cars. It's definitely in the family, isn't it? Like Pop raced, didn't you? Yeah, raced, and one of the other family members raced sprint car.
Pop's brother.
Pop's brother, that's it. Yeah. Can't think of his name. What's his name?
Clinton,
that's it. Yeah, he raced for a while and pretty successful too.
Yeah.
So it'd be good to see you in a sprint car. So yeah, you go.
Love to have a go.
I hope you get the opportunity. Because,
hopefully, one day something should pop up.
It would be great to see that. Favourite event?
I've got a few. The state title, or probably the Peter Redpath Memorial. The state title, it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
There's everyone out there, like you race them all year round, you know how they're going to race, but state title night, everyone is on their ball game.
Yep.
And it's so hard because everyone's quick.
Yep.
But Peter Redpath Memorial would have to be my favourite.
That's pretty much the top of all Formula 500 drivers in Tassie. I think everyone I've spoke to, they really think that Peter Redpath Memorial is the one they want.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me because memorials are a big thing in Tassie.
Yeah.
But you'd think the title would be the pinnacle.
Yeah.
But it seems to be the Redpath Memorial, which is good for the Redpath family. It's good to see that so many people want that event, and hopefully it keeps going for a lot more years.
Hopefully.
So, because they are very big in Tasmania. Who was your biggest hero growing up?
Have to be Pop, I reckon.
Yeah.
Just watching him race a sprint car and always in the shed helping and that.
Yeah.
So that's been my biggest hero.
Yeah. What's the one event you'd really like to win? Like it can be anything. It doesn't just have to be Tassie. It can be mainland.
Love to win an Australian title or the Jack Wilshere Cup.
Oh yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Big on the scenes too. That is.
That'd be a good event to win.
Yeah.
Plenty of car numbers, all good drivers.
Yeah.
And especially at Warrnambool, it's a wide open track. I've talked to a few people and they reckon you just flat knacker around that place.
Yeah. Look out, it's snowing.
She's snowing now.
Oh wow, look at that. It's actually snowing. That's awesome. So, how does Mum and Dad go with your racing?
Mum, I don't really see too much of her at the Speedway. She's off doing the 50-50 and that, but she can tend to get a bit nervous time to time. And Dad, well, that's a whole different ball game. You go out there and he's always honest and brutal on me. Like even if I win a heat race, he'll say, look, you could have been better here and here. But yeah, he's honest, and it gets you further on progression as you go. Like he's hard on you, but it shows later on. It shows. It's hard to explain really, but he's hard on me, but it proves.
No, cool. Sometimes it's good to be hard on you. Pushes you that extra step, doesn't it? You know, I know when I played football, athletics, race, go-karts, like my old man was pretty hard on me. But at the end of the day, I thought, well, now I'm older, I realise why he was so hard on you. He's just pushing you that extra mile to get you there, you know. Are you a V8 supercar or a Formula 1 man?
V8 supercar.
Yeah, right. Why is that? Don't like the F1s?
Oh, I don't mind them, but just being an Australian, I suppose. You go for the V8s. I don't really watch too much of either, but if I had to pick one, it'd be the V8s.
Yeah, right on, yeah. And you play football too, don't you?
Oh, I did, yeah, for a little bit.
Oh, you've given up now, haven't you?
Yeah, I've just... It sort of clashes with Speedway season, so it's sort of hard. I play for a little bit and then hook into the race car. Don't really have time.
Yep, righto. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
I'm going to have to say yeah.
Yeah, righto, you're a good one. I like pineapple on pizza. Yeah, definitely. It's
depends. If it's a wine, then anything else I don't think so.
Nah, it's got to only be on a wine, nothing else but a wine, I think. Yeah. Who's your hardest competitor you've ever raced against?
Probably Dylan Beveridge.
Yep.
When I first started in Michael's car, he come over and gave me a heap of advice, and I went out and he come back and said, look, if you get some pace, you're going to be good.
Yep.
And then we brought this car, and I think it was the first meeting at the Trove. I raced against him, went wheel to wheel for 3 to 4 laps.
Yep.
He beat me, and then raced for 81. I come back and we're off the front row, and I only just beat him.
Yeah, right.
And he's always been there to help, but he'll race wheel to wheel with you.
Yeah, he will, and he's pretty fair racer too, and you know, he's not a bing and bang you into you sort of person. He gives you plenty of room and just relies on his pure talent to drive. You know,
he's a good driver, he can work his way through traffic.
Yeah,
and that's where most people struggle a little bit.
Yep.
He's really good in traffic.
Yep.
And that's where he seems to get his distance from most people.
We don't win 2 Australian titles, you know.
No,
being a shit driver, do you?
No, that's right.
Yeah, he's definitely done well. It's a shame he retired.
Yeah.
I would have liked to seen him go for a few more years. It's really snowing now. That's great. Look at this coming in. You might be able to see that on the camera. It's actually blowing in the door. Unreal. We're only 20 minutes out of Delrain?
Yeah, 20 minutes out of Delrain.
And it's snowing. I hope I can get out.
You'll be right.
Might have to stay up here and get on the drink with you. Any mainland trips planned for this season?
Don't know about this season. Maybe next season. We're putting a new car together.
Yeah.
I'd like to, but I reckon next year will be the go, and we'll try and do Speed Week, Aussie title. I'd like to do King of the Bridge and 65 Roses at Moe Bridge. Yep. But it'll be definitely on the cards next year.
Yeah, right. Yep. Just need another season just to get the finances sorted a bit.
Finances and make sure all our ducks are lined up before we go.
Yeah, right. Because it's never ending, isn't it? In Speedway, in any motorsport, it's never ending. You're always forking out money for the, you know, to stay that little bit in front of the rest of the field.
Yeah.
Which is hard for some people, especially in Tassie. It's, you know, we're not the biggest income state in Australia,
that's right.
but And you race with your girlfriend Bianca.
Yep.
What's it like when you're both on the track at the same time racing with each other? Have you ever thought about slowing down just to let her get past you, or is it the other way around?
One race I played with her on the start and let her have a little bit of a jump.
Yeah.
But no, it's good. I like seeing her out there giving it all the best she's got, and last year she struggled a bit with the car.
She had some bad luck last year, didn't she?
Yeah, but this year she's going all out, so I reckon she'll have a better year this year.
Oh, that's good. Hopefully it's better than last year, Bianca, because you did have a lot of hassles last year. You sort of got going and then it just died, didn't it? It's a pain when it does that, especially little niggly bloody things. I know it's like with Danny's car, you know. I've worked on that for 5 years now, and out of all the race cars I've worked on over the years, I think these things are the hardest to work on because they've only got to be a fraction out, and they just won't go properly at all.
Yeah.
So, I know we're keeping the car colours hush-hush at the moment, but what colours are we going this year?
I may as well just say it, get it out there. So, we're going something a bit different this year. It's still got the fluoro and black, but I've got white, grey and a bit of chrome in there. Yeah. I've
seen a little sneak peek, but car looks good.
It'll stand out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cars out there that stand out, and they're all good, really well presented. And I don't know, I just give Brad Thompson at Tomo Race Graphics sort of an idea of what colours I wanted, and he smacked the design together, and it looks wicked. I just can't wait.
He's good too.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Really good. Yeah. And your car, honestly, it's one of the best presented cars out there. Last season, it was just immaculate every time I went on the track. So credit to you and your crew, mate.
Thank you. Always looked after it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the best way to be, isn't it? You look after them, they look after you.
That's right.
So, favourite track you've raced on?
I've got a couple. Probably Carrick or Hobart.
Yeah.
So, Carrick mainly because it's a driver's track, because it changes all the time. It varies. And as you might know, I like to pick my own line there, and it sort of works out. Hobart is the same. You've got to be a driver on the night. I don't know about now. Like our last race we raced there, we won both our heats in the final, but it was a green track. They'd resurfaced it all.
Oh, you was down there for that one, wasn't you? That was bitey as that night.
Oh yeah. We went out there expecting it to blow off
the
heaps.
Normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just hooked up.
They've done a good job, I think.
Yeah, it looks awesome. They're doing a bit of work there, I think, to everything with the track and the pits and that.
They've done everything to Latrobe now, so I suppose the next step is to do some work at Hobart and keep that up.
Yeah.
You know, because it is a great track.
It's an awesome track.
The view. It's the only place you can park on the hill and watch motorsport, you know, like it doesn't happen very often around other tracks where you can do that sort of thing. So.
No, that's right.
Favourite track you haven't raced on but would like to?
Probably Simpson or Borderline. It's in the Speedway calendar, and I've talked to a few people and they reckon that's Borderline's the best track to race for a Formula 500.
Yeah, righto. Yep. Borderline. Where's that?
Mount Gambier.
Oh, Yep. I know them as their original names, and they change them all the bloody time this day and age with all the sponsors and that do the tracks nowadays.
Yeah.
So we're not racing the Australian title this season?
Not this season.
Yeah,
no. It was on the cards last year, but because of where the track's at, I spoke to a few people and they reckon it's a very cowboy track.
Yeah, righto. So where is it this year?
I think it's in Gunnedah in New South Wales.
Oh, righto, yeah.
I think.
Never been to that one?
No, I've looked at photos and a couple of people said that there's tree roots in the track and stuff.
Oh, that'll make life interesting.
Yeah. They reckon you've really got to be on your game.
Especially with those things, they sit so low to the track.
It's
one
and
little
feel
bump,
everything.
you feel everything, you know. Like one rut, you're over, you know. Like it's very hard to have a rough track and drive these things, you know.
It's like
feel every bump.
I feel like I'm better on a rough track because not many people like them and it slows them up a bit. Whereas I just love the rough tracks.
I noticed you just foot down, head up, away you go.
Like just hook into it.
I remember there was one at Carrick last year, I think it was. Cars were bouncing, you know, a foot off the ground out of turn 3 and 4, I think it was. Most of you handled it pretty well, really. Like
there's some people out there, and it helps if you got good adjustable shocks. Because you can set them to like a rough track and rough hooky track, and they will do all the work for you. Whereas if you've only got like oil shocks or standard shocks, it's a pain in that backside.
Got to have the best of the equipment to get anywhere, don't you?
That's right.
Hobbies? Do you have any hobbies? Apart from Speedway?
Have to say, probably.
And your girlfriend?
Going out with the missus and travelling.
You've been around a bit lately. Bali, I think, wasn't it?
Bali, Darwin, New Zealand.
Jeez, New Zealand.
Been around.
Yeah, righto.
A few more places we want to go yet. But camping, fishing.
What's next on the trip agenda?
We want to go to America.
Yeah, right.
Go over there and watch some Speedway.
Wouldn't that be nice? Knoxville Nationals, Eldora, would be great. Some of the Australians going over there doing it right now too. So it's good to see the Australians mixing up with the Americans actually. AFL team, do you support?
Carlton.
Oh,
the Blue Baggers.
You'd be pretty devastated after last week.
Yeah, that was. We don't want to talk about that one. That's why I didn't even turn
Don't
up.
worry, mate. I'm a West Coast supporter, and we didn't even get off the bottom this year. So
no, it was terrible. Like the last few years, we've struggled to put half a game of footy together, and this year we finally do it, and then.
I think injuries cost you a bit.
Yeah, injuries did.
At the wrong time of the year, but you were travelling pretty well until then. But I reckon you'll be back there again next season, that's for sure.
Hopefully.
So, what do you do when you're not racing or playing with cars?
Not much really.
Not
just
much.
Hanging out at home and
chill out
with the partner and play with the dog. That's about it. But we'll try and help out Bianca as much as possible with her race car. That's really all I do. Do we work? I help out the family business, M&S Excavations. Doing a bit of excavator work and labouring and stuff. So
enjoy it.
Oh, I love it.
Driving an excavator, pretty cool.
Oh, it's wicked.
Yeah, excellent. I'd love to do that. I'd end up breaking more shit than what I would tipping dirt though. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Don't know. Hopefully engaged or married with a house or something.
Engaged
like
and married. Look out, Bianca. She's...
No, I don't know, honestly. Haven't really thought of that. I'll just take each day as it comes.
Yeah, it's the best way to be, one day at a time.
Because you always plan something and it never works out.
Yeah.
So you just take it as it comes. But hopefully, house or something comes along or build something. But
And what about other sports? Do you do any other sports besides Speedway or?
Footy. That was it really. When I was younger, I played a bit of soccer and hockey, but
shin basher.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we played a bit of hockey and.
Yeah, can never come at shin bashing.
Nah. I couldn't get the hang of it.
My sister-in-law, she used to play hockey.
Yeah.
And she was good at it, but my shins are too valuable to me.
Yeah.
Any fears? Do you have any big fears that you?
Not really. Probably heights would be mine.
Yep, same as me.
Like, we went to, where did we go? Sydney or something, into a sky tower for lunch, and you sit on the thing and the whole floor rotates when you're up there having lunch. And it scared me a little bit.
I wouldn't be there. Yeah, no, I'd get vertigo. Yeah, big time.
No, it was terrible. And it was like you couldn't see the bottom, so the windows were probably that big and you couldn't see the bottom. It was just rounded off where you were standing. You were standing right at the edge.
Nah, you can have that yourself. My words, you can. I seen photos the other week. A mate of mine was going to some restaurant, and it's one of them restaurants that they have the table and the chairs, and they lift you up in a crane up in the sky.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, nah.
Yeah,
you can have that
and you're hanging off the side of the building.
No. You can have that to your bloody self, mate. Not a hope in hell am I doing anything like that. So, what motivates you to work hard?
Just goals.
Goals.
Everyone's got goals at the end of the day that you want to meet, and hopefully have one day that you can look back on and say that I've worked hard to get this.
Yep.
Everyone should be the same, I think.
Yep. What would you change about yourself if you could?
Attitude, I reckon.
Attitude
and a short temper.
Nothing wrong with a bit of attitude, though.
It gets me in trouble a fair bit, but that's it.
That'll come with age. The older you get,
slow down a bit.
The more you slow down. Trust
me.
Favourite thing about your Speedway career?
Probably achieving most feature wins in Australia.
Yep. When was that? Last year, wasn't it?
Last season.
Last season, yeah. No, that was a pretty good effort. That is. I think there was you and Callum up there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And they used with the top two, I think, were you?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big achievement.
It's a massive achievement. Like I was shocked. People were. My phone was going off. I think I was driving home, and Mum and that tried ringing me, and the phone was going off, and said, "I'm driving." Like, hang on a minute. And got on Facebook, and it was there, and I stood there for a bit thinking, and I was pretty shocked. Yeah.
Your mum's pretty proud of you. I see her every Speedway meeting, and like she's always floating around the Speedway. But
she's pretty proud.
She's a very proud mum. G'day, Anna, if you're out there.
G'day, Mum.
Yeah.
But either that or winning the Peter Redpath Memorial.
Yeah. So that'd be your proudest accomplishment,
probably.
Peter Redpath Memorial.
Yeah. So we not last year, the year before, we come close.
Yeah.
Finished third, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then after we rolled in the second heat, and then this year we put a full night together and won it.
Yeah.
And I was pretty stoked about that. Come close with Adam a couple of times. Passed me and I passed him back, but
it was a good race, actually.
Oh, yeah. I love when it's wheel to wheel like that.
It's nothing better, is it? It gets the blood running. You know? There's nothing worse. If I was racing these things, I know there'd be nothing worse if I was out in front and winning by a mile all the time. You'd rather race with someone.
Oh, yeah. And like, I'd rather race, instead of it just being one or two people up the front, I want 5, 6 or 7 people at the front when you know that you can't just go week in and week out and saying this bloke's going to win.
Yeah.
It's going to be someone different every week. Yeah. That's the goal.
It's a bit of a shame, 500s. There's a big distance between first and last place.
Yeah.
It'd be better if they were a bit more closer.
It's like the wingless.
Everyone's budget can't. Sometimes the budget just doesn't match.
It's like the wingless. Like that's, if I wasn't racing these, I'd like to get into one of them.
Yeah.
Because they're all the same.
Yeah.
Like it comes down to setup, and if you miss the setup,
like
I drove a wingless here a couple of seasons ago for Shane Rose, a bloke from Victoria, and went pretty well, and it's surprising.
Yeah.
And I was surprised in how much the wing helps.
Yep.
And the bigger tyres and just the way you set it up.
Yep.
Like it's crazy.
Yeah. Right. So these things, do you have to drive them fast for them to handle, or can you just drive reasonably slow and still get the same sort of handling capabilities out?
In my opinion, I think you have to drive your car to be able to get it to handle right.
Yep.
Like, you go slow, it feels like a bucket, to be honest.
Yep.
Like, you can feel it load itself up, and then you get off the gas and you can really feel it like unload you. And if you drive it slow, you won't ever want to drive one again. So you just have to drive it.
And what would you rather race, down on the pole line, or you like to get up into the rough stuff?
I like to get in the rough stuff because like everyone runs around, like it might be the shorter way. You carry more momentum around the top.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And it's not very often we'd get a fast sort of flatter track.
Yeah.
It's sort of rutted up.
Yeah.
But I love them because if you just keep racing the consistent line, it'll smooth itself out eventually.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And then it goes black. And then it's not much fun at all, is it? For anyone out there that doesn't do Speedway, when the tracks go black, they get like ice, don't they? They're like very hard to drive on, and then they start to take rubber, and then they come back again. So
I love slick tracks.
Yeah.
Like, we had one at the Tribe, and there's just no better feeling than when you get it right and you just run on the top.
Yep.
That's no better feeling, and it just feels awesome and looks awesome.
And when you got the momentum and you've got that sort of feeling, it's effortless, isn't it?
Oh,
It just feels like you just got to turn the wheel and that's it.
And you just get into a rhythm. If you get into a rhythm, it'll be easier. Whereas you're on the bottom, you got to hit the marks all the time. You got to brake and get off the gas at the same time. Otherwise, you're never going to work it.
So, are you a pitch-in person, or do you like to tap the brakes and come into the corner?
Nah, pitch it in.
Pitch it in.
I barely use the brakes unless it's rough to tie the car down.
Yep.
But I barely touch the brakes.
Yep.
And the way we've got this thing set up, it pretty much turns itself.
Yeah,
like
right.
You probably watch some videos, and it really does.
Yeah. Well, the GoPros, we've put a few GoPros in this thing last season, and the footage on it is just, it looks like you're so relaxed in the car.
Yeah.
And that's what makes a good driver. If they can be relaxed in the car and be confident enough, like you are. It's not easy to get these days to be confident on a racetrack.
No.
I know a few blokes out there that's been around the Speedway for now 4 or 5 years, and they're not really progressing.
No,
they're just staying in that one spot.
Yeah.
And it's just a lack of confidence in your car. That you get the confidence in your car, confidence in your ability.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, you're up in front of the place.
And like you said, you've really got to be comfortable, especially in these. These are so small, and if you're not comfy, you're not going to have a good time.
No,
you're not going to enjoy it.
No.
You got to be comfy.
How do you go with your back? Are these hard on your back?
Oh, yeah and no.
Yeah.
So when I raced karts, I had a crash, and it sort of, I don't know what happened. It sort of hurt my back a little bit. I don't really know what went on. But with these, the way I can sit in this, it's sort of like sitting in a recliner.
Yep.
So I'm really laid back in it, and I'm so comfy. I've got most leg room you've ever put in a car in there. So legs are straight. You just sit back. And
you're a straight leg person, you're not round the motor. Geez, that'd be a bonus.
Yeah.
I thought Danny's car was the only car that was straight, because our motor was on the opposite side to you blokes. So your car's dead straight too to the pedals.
Yeah. So the way my seat's sort of set up, it's a little bit on an angle and laid back, so my legs are sort of straight.
Yeah, righto.
If you look, I'm crooked in the car, but my legs are parallel with the seat.
I don't know how they could drive them with their legs going around the motor.
Yeah, I don't know. I drove one like that, and it was uncomfortable.
I reckon. Yeah. You'd have sore shins after.
You have to be short or something to really drive them.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. What would you sing at a karaoke night?
Well, if I'm singing at a karaoke night, probably time to take me away. But
right.
I don't know. I don't really know. Some by AC/DC, I reckon.
AC/DC. Yeah. I like your style. I'm the same as you. If I'm singing, it's time to take me home.
Yeah.
Nicknames?
Stretch, Baz. I get called a lot of things. Stretch is probably the one that's stuck.
Yeah. That's because you're so tall, I presume.
Yeah.
So. Well, that's all right. Makes it easy to get in and out of the car.
That's right.
I've said, Knackers, he's lost a lot of weight, but when he was a bigger fella, geez, I don't know how he gets in and out of that bloody thing.
No, it looks tight in there, but he reckons it's comfy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd rather be skinny and get in one than bloody big and have to get in one. Who would you want to be stranded with on a deserted island?
Probably my missus.
Missus?
Yeah.
You'd be set?
I'd be set. She can cook and that for me. If we took stuff with us, she could cook for me.
Yeah.
That would be right.
He hasn't got the ring on the finger yet. You'll be right once that goes on there. Yeah, yeah. Aside from necessities, what's the one thing you couldn't go a day without?
I don't know. Probably my missus again.
I was about to say, you got to say the missus.
Yeah, I was
don't
going
you?
to say probably my missus.
I was sitting here thinking he's got to say the missus.
I was contemplating between the dog or the missus.
Yeah, yeah.
But I reckon the missus.
Missus, that's the way. What's the most daringest thing you've ever done?
Skydived.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And you're afraid of heights and you skydive?
Yeah, funny.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that high, but we went...
Tandem, I gather.
Yeah. And went to... I can't remember where it was, somewhere over the mainland. We went over there for our trip, Christmas trip. And, booked a skydiving for her brother's birthday.
Yeah.
And I didn't think we were going up that high, and then we got out, and you literally couldn't see the ground.
Oh, yeah, nah. I'd be trying to dive back in the plane, mate.
I had no choice. We were the last ones, and old mate, everyone else was getting countdown, so they knew when they were going, and old mate just pushed us out. We just went.
Best way to be, probably.
Yeah, I just said, if we're going to go, we're going to go.
Let's just go. Yeah. Right. Where'd you do that?
I can't remember. It's
near Geelong, down towards the coast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, somewhere there.
Yeah.
Torquay skydiving.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what it's called. Yeah, they got one in Tassie somewhere as well.
Down Hobart, I think.
I think so,
yeah. Nah, you can keep that to yourself. Clean or messy person?
Messy, but if I'm going to clean something, it's going to be clean.
Yeah.
I'm not overly fussed.
You ain't got to look at the race car. It's clean as.
That's right, I always look after it.
Yeah.
Looks after me.
Trailer's always clean and spotless when you in it, you know.
Trailer, everything. Like even with my cars, road cars.
Yeah.
You got to... I don't care if they get dirty, I'll leave them for a little bit.
Yeah.
But when I clean them, I'll go through the whole lot inside and outside.
Look after them, they look after you.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it. What's your favourite childhood memory?
Favourite childhood memory? I'm still a kid, but I'd say when I first got my first go-kart.
Yeah.
That was a dream come true.
Yeah.
I'd always dreamt about racing, and then Nan and Pop said, come on, we're going to get some tiles.
Yeah.
And turned up to Maggie McKendrick's house and picked the go-kart up.
Yeah, right.
And I just couldn't, I was still shocked.
Didn't believe it?
Didn't believe it. I thought we were just going to pick some tiles up, and so that's probably my favourite childhood memory.
Yeah. Favourite subject in school?
PE.
PE, I love PE.
We just love dodgeball.
Yep. Dodgeball.
Yeah, there's just smoke some people in that.
Yeah. So what do you think of the state of Formula 500 racing in Tassie at the moment?
It could be better, honestly. Like, it's hard because you can do it on a budget, but if you want to win and stuff, you got to have deep pockets.
Yep.
And I know it's hard, but if you chip away at it slowly, you can get there.
Yep.
And the car numbers is a big thing too.
Yep.
Like when my old man used to race with me, there was heaps of cars.
Yep.
There was 22 cars or something, and now we struggle to get 15.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if we could get that many all the time. Like race for 81, we had the most cars we've ever had.
Oh, it was
I think
big
was
event,
20
wasn't
something.
it? Yeah, 22, I think it was. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Like if we could get them every meeting, that'd be awesome.
Oh, it would be. Yeah. Do you think that they should have split heats when they've got so many cars? Like I've noticed we've had 20 cars out there a lot of the times, and you have like 15 cars in a heat. Yeah. Do you think that that's too many cars in a heat, or you're okay with that?
Personally, I'm okay with it,
but
I reckon it should be split. So if
Yeah.
you get 20 cars, you should have 10 cars in the heat.
Yeah.
And that way, people aren't missing out, and you're not going in the same heat like 3 times.
Yeah.
I'd rather it be split heats, and you're in a heat.
Yeah.
Then the next group's in a heat, and then you just sort of
Most of the time last year they did, split the heats, but I think there was a couple of meetings where we had like 15, 16 cars, and they just all went out in one hit.
Yeah.
But
that's all right. But then again, like if someone's there for their first time or they're not confident, if you're out there 15 cars, it's daunting.
That's daunting, yeah. And
especially
like, if you're off the front row or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like when I raced my car, the old car, sorry, And I think I started third or something. It was so daunting because I knew people around me was fast, and all I wanted to do was stay out of the way. But I wanted to learn as well, so I had to put my foot down. And it's just daunting, and especially when you first start, you think they're scary, but then you get used to them, and it's not that bad.
And then, of course, if you've got a fast car, you don't have to worry about anything.
No, that's right.
So, what do you do to keep fit?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Just lift that right hand?
That's right.
Yeah, that's the go. I like your style.
Don't get this body exercising.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how funny do you reckon you are?
Oh, varies. I'd say about a 6.
About a 6, One thing you never do again?
There was a few times at Speedway last year I got myself in trouble and never do that again. Hopefully.
Hopefully, he says. Touch wood.
Touch wood.
Favourite colour?
Probably have to be blue, I reckon.
Just a lot of people say blue.
Yeah.
It's a pretty popular colour amongst Speedway.
Blue or fluoro yellow.
Yeah.
I know fluoro yellow is a rare colour, but it just stands out.
Well, that's what the car was last year.
Yeah.
Fluoro green yellow colour. I like that colour. It looks good.
Yeah.
Looks really good. So, plans for this season?
Build the car and just sort of tick boxes as we go through the season. No, I don't really have any expectations. I just turn up, race each meeting like it's a new meeting, and just the main goal is to focus on the state title. Like I knew I had a car capable of winning it last year. Just sort of got a bit nervous and threw it away.
Unlucky, I thought.
And then, I was pretty annoyed in the when I started off the back, but I think I drove up to like 4th or something from whatever it was 16th or something, and then something was going in the front end, and then that's when it locked up and I had no steering. And the brakes, I bored the brakes and they didn't stop me enough. So
something to prove this year then.
Hopefully, I just want to put it off the front row or something again. I'd be happy to finish top 3.
Where is the state title this year?
Well, I don't actually have an idea, but if I'm having a guess, I'd either say Carrick or Hobart. Well, they had
Latrobe had it last year, didn't they?
Carrick had it last year.
Carrick had it last year. Well, it might be Latrobe or Hobart this year then.
Yeah, I'll hopefully find out at the AGM. That way it sort of gives us a gauge.
They haven't announced it yet, so...
No.
And people and sponsors you'd like to thank while we're on camera, mate?
I've got a fair few.
Go
hopefully I remember them all. M&S Excavation, Pop, Quick Seal, Asphalting and Spray Seal, Classic Landscapes, Hair by Danny, DK Race Parts, Angry Man Photography, Road and Performance, American Racer Tyre, Tim Rankin Motorsport, and Echo Cleans. I think that's all of them. Oh, Platinum Prints.
Platinum Prints, can't forget Jock.
Nah, Jock's on there again,
Well, thanks for coming along today, Bailey.
Thank you, Jamie.
And we wish you the best of luck for the upcoming season. We hope it all goes well and you get that Tas 1 on the side because you do deserve it.
Hopefully.
You're a hard racer and you do well out there and your whole family puts in a big effort for this race car. Your nan, your pop, Bianca. Best of luck to both of you actually for the whole season.
Thank you.
We might catch up during the year and have another yak with you, but we'll get the GoPro on it a few times this year and see how we go, and hope all goes well for you, mate.
Thank you.
No worries. Thanks for joining us today.
No worries. Thank you.
Thanks everyone for joining us for another shed session. The snow's gone now, the sun's back out. But anyway, thanks for joining us, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down the bottom. I can't remember what corner it is, but it's on one of the corners. And we'll see you for the next shed session in the coming future. Cheers everyone.
Thank you.
Well.